Hello and welcome or welcome back to my channel. Here we like to do things budget friendly, and if you are like me and have champagne taste but on a beer budget, these videos are for you. So today, I have a tiny little Temu haul. And when I mean tiny, it's only a handful of products. So I figured I would also talk to you a little bit about a couple of new products that are out on the market as far as makeup goes, face care, and also a couple of things that I did pick up from TJ Maxx that I wanted to share with you. TJ Maxx or Marshalls? I think TJ Maxx. They're kind of one and the same, aren't they? Just a couple of things that TJ Maxx was selling for a great sale that I wanted to share with you. I know that some of these things are still kind of on the market. You can still kind of get your hands on them, but you do have to go to places like Sephora or Ulta in order to do so. But at least I can share with you my thoughts in how they kind of function and how they work, and let you know, give you an update how this face of makeup fared. Sometimes TJ Maxx will have makeup products, skincare products, so on and so forth that are at a very discounted rate. Several things may apply as to why TJ Maxx or Marshalls has had their hands on it. It may be that a color of cosmetics product is being discontinued. It may be that the product that was original is now being reformulated, which, P.S. by the way, this is something that I've heard. I cannot confirm nor deny, but it makes a ton of sense to me. When something is reformulated, it doesn't mean that there was something wrong with the product and that they want to adjust it and make it better. Sometimes that just means that there's an ingredient in the product that may no longer be acceptable by the FDA standards. Just throwing it out there. Reformulation doesn't always mean better. It just means that they're probably being forced to reformulate something to make it more FDA approved. Now, other times things that will be over at TJ Maxx or Marshalls can be an overstock of a product that just isn't selling. Sometimes that means a shade. Sometimes that just means the whole product as a whole. So let me talk to you about a couple of things that I have been using that I absolutely do love, and that does work for me, and I do have them on my face today. Unfortunately, I do not have the prices of what I paid for them, but at least I do know what they are. The first one is Pressed Setting Powder in Translucent. This is Laura Mercier. Now, there were two that had been over at my store. One is a translucent, couple of different shades, I do believe, as well. And then the other one was like a light reflecting, AKA sparkly crap. And I tell you what, I do not need sparkly crap underneath my eyes. Okay, most of you watching are my age or older. You don't need sparkly crap under your eyes, because you know what sparkly crap under your eyes does? When you put that stuff in your wrinkles, it just makes your wrinkles more wrinkly. We don't need that, okay? And although sometimes another thing that they're doing is they're reformulating products to make powder products talc-free. Because talc, the way talc is mined, where talc is found is also where asbestos is found. That's why talc is no good, because talc can contain asbestos, because they basically, for lack of better terms, grow in the same spot and are mined in the same spot. Overall, talc is not bad for you. It's just the asbestos that can come with it. So a lot of products are also trying to create talc-free powders. But if you are like me You are an oily skin, large pore gal. Talc is your BFF. Okay, it is your BFF. It is pore smoothing, it is oil absorbing, it is long lasting, it covers up those wrinkles, it kind of fills them in. It is just, for me, non-negotiable. Everything causes cancer. I mean, come on. Just talking to you on my phone and by all these lights is gonna give me cancer. Really possible that this was $12 or under. I typically don't spend more than $12 on a cosmetics product unless it's foundation. And that would have to be like a $50, $60 foundation that I will maybe pay then $20 for, which is about what it costs to get foundation at the grocery store, at Target, at Walmart. You know what I'm saying? The prices have gone up astronomically. So when I can find high-end foundations, then I will pay about $20. But everything else I will pay below. So I don't have the box. I don't know the price. So this is the Laura Mercier powder. It is considered a setting powder. It does have a little bit of a shade to it. So you can put this on with a triangular puff, totally acceptable. I usually use a triangular puff because I really need to set the creases under my eyes, and using a little brush to dust it on with my oily skin just isn't enough. I kind of have to pack it in there. I mean, we're talking about, you know, filling in craters. So just a light dusting with a brush doesn't always work for me. And it does come with its own little poof, and it does have a mirror up at the top. So this one has been working out for me. I only use it under my eyes, so I try to use it very sparingly. But when I do that, I do also have to consider that when it adds a little bit of color, then I have to adjust my concealer to be a little bit lighter so that I'm not so yellow down here. What I did also find is this Laura Mercier, this is the Flawless Fusion Ultra Long Wear Concealer. This one is in the shade 1.5 Warm. Now, I would have preferred it to be a cool tone. I prefer cool tone under my eyes. I like to look a little bit more fresh as a daisy and less jaundiced. The only thing is, this doe foot is very itsy bitsy, teensy weensy. It doesn't collect a lot of product. The product is very thin. It's not very thick. I would say it has a medium to full coverage, but I also would say buildable. I do apply it either with a dry sponge or a damp sponge, depending on what foundation I'm wearing. If I'm wearing a lighter coverage foundation, I want to sheer out my concealer a little bit more, so I will use then the damp sponge. I also have tested this for its long wear purposes, and I can say, what is that cat hair? I see you. I don't know where it is. Mystery hair. It does have long-lasting coverage. It is not very self-setting. You still have to set it, but it does last long. And I find that it creases a little bit less. And this one was, I believe, under 10. So I want to say like this one was like $9.99 or something like that. So it was worth me trying out. The only sad part about this is, and you guys know what I mean, is that I can fall in love with something at this perfect price, but then if I need to get it again, I have to pay full price for it. And these products are typically going to be like $30, $40. Not interested. So I use them sparingly. Let's talk about two more high-end products, and then we'll get into, well, three more high-end products, and then four high-end products. I have more than I thought I did. And then we'll go into the stuff that you can pick up over at the drugstore. High-end product number one, I found this. There was a couple of different shades available in this. I do believe they are still available over at Sephora. So this is Tatcha, the brand Tatcha. Tatcha's pretty spendy. They have a lot of really high-end face products that people rave about. They even have a pore filling product that people rave about, which I would love to try, but I don't want to spend the money. Any whoozy whatsy. I paid $12.99 for this, and this is in the shade Midnight Lily, and it is a balm. And I was thinking that this was going to be very similar to the Black Cherry. Oh my Lanta, why am I drawing a blank as to what brand this is? And this is so tiny, I can't even read it. Ah, it's not Almay. Clinique. Clinique Black Cherry. I'm going to zoom you in here so that we can kind of do a side-by-side comparison. Now, yes, it is dark, but it is also a balm. So it does go on like a chapstick, not a lipstick. And comparably, colors from the tube, very similar. The difference is, and here's where I go, bummer, okay, is the balm literally is more chapsticky, does have more color but less shine. The Clinique has more shine and is a little bit more sheer. The sheer color is a little bit more forgiving, whereas this one is a little bit more opaque. So you kind of have to enjoy a darker lip instead of my lip, but better. Not a bad product. That does say that it has SPF 25 sunscreen in it. I will be taking this with me on my vacation. It says a creamy lip tint with buildable coverage that protects against UVA, UVB rays with an SPF 25 while locking in moisture for soft, and I just ripped it, soft, comfortable lips. And I paid $12.99 for it. So it's an okay product. Again, not really my color. I do more nude colors on my lips. I just prefer that a lot better because typically I do a more eye. So when I do a darker eye, I prefer a lighter lip. I think it just balances things out. This hair's really driving me crazy. Good thing it's a wig, otherwise that might have hurt. Next lip product is by Anastasia of Beverly Hills. She has a lip gloss that hands down is my absolute favorite lip gloss. I am on the hunt at TJ Maxx and Marshalls to find more because the opacity is great. It has this beautiful color to it. It has beautiful shine. It feels so comfortable on the lips. It is a nice thicker formula. Those of you who are new here, I prefer my glosses to be thicker, not thinner. I want them to be shiny and I want it to last. And she has a lip gloss color that's very similar to this bullet lipstick that I found. This I found at $6 in the clearance section. It was a steal deal. I could not pass it up. It is a nude shade. And as I just stated, I love my nudes. But this one is a little bit more of an orangey nude. Currently I have a pink nude on. So this one I would wear with more warm tone makeup, eyeshadow, blush, that sort of thing. Today I'm wearing more cool tone eyeshadow, which you cannot see, was like grays and such. So what I have on is more of a pinky nude tone, and that's more of my jam. This I don't wear very often, but is a very comfortable formula, and it is also a very beautiful color. It does have a little bit of shine to it, and I love that. Matte doesn't always work well for me. I don't agree with it all the time. I think it shows my lip lines a little too much. Gloss tends to kind of fill them in, make your lips look a little bit more plump. Next up is Fenty. I do love Fenty products. Fenty products typically cater to those people who have a little bit more oily skin type. And I did pick this up. This is the Cheeks Out Freestyle Cream Bronzer. I love cream bronzers, and I do have a Fenty cream bronzer, but it is more ashy toned, so it turns out to look more like shadow, contour, not a bronze. And so when I saw this one is in the shade Butter Biscuit, and on the package there, it looked like it would be a bronzer. And it, in the package, does look like a bronzer. But when I put it on, it does pull a little bit more ashy tone than I prefer. And it turns out, as it turns out, it is the same exact shade that I already had. So that was my mistake. Oopsie poopsie is what it is. All right, last higher end product, and I have been using this and I love this. Now, if you guys have not been here with me before when I've done some skincare reviews, either Temu or Shein or whatnot, I prefer to have a balm stick kind of application under my eyes, or a roller ball or something like that. Something that I'm not having to dip my finger in and swipe. So balms and rollers make it so that it kind of dummy proofs you from pulling at the skin at your eye. And I found this one over at TJ Maxx. Again, this one I do not have the box for, but I do believe I paid under $10 for it. They have a new one now that's kind of jelly. It kind of looks like Jello and it's bouncy, and it's pretty much the same thing, but this is just a little bit thicker and the other one is thinner. And I love this. This is the cooling water. You can use this for under your eyes. The box said under your eyes or for your face. It has, it goes on really fast, really quick. It is extremely thin. I don't know if you can see a little bit of that gloss there. Is extremely thin. And I do like to have a little bit thinner formulas under my eyes, because when I have thicker formulas and then I'm putting makeup on top of it, I am just asking for a whole bunch of issues with my makeup, either globbing or running or whatnot. And that one is a nice thin formula. It is cooling. It does feel nice and cool under your eyes when you're first applying it, and then the cooling goes away. It's not like an icy hot where that cooling kind of stays, which is good. It doesn't burn under my eyes or anything, and it does play nicely with every concealer that I have been using since trying this product, and I have had it for a few weeks now, and I have tried several different foundations and several different concealers, not had an issue with it with any of them. So works great under a plethora of them. Now I have 3 over-the-counter products, drugstore products, over-the-counter, 3 drugstore products that I am currently testing on my face today. This is my first time trying them. So all of these products, except for the lip products, are on my face right now. And then all of these products that I am testing out today, I will do a wear test for you so you can see, did it work, did it not work? I have, as I just said, oily skin, large pores, blah, blah, blah. The new stuff on the market is from Hard Candy. This is Sweat and Lock Primer. It's a super matte skin primer, all day defense from excess oil and sweat. 12-hour hold, non-drying. And then the next one is from their new line of setting sprays. The Hard Candy Matte On-Lock Setting Spray controls shines, blurs pores, smooth skins, soft photo focus finish, say that 10 times fast, 16-hour hold, alcohol free. This stuff has an amazing spritzer. It is so fine, not glooby globby. You can put a beautiful thin coat of this on your face and it doesn't shoot out at you like a water gun. It is beautiful. It is a beautiful mist. It doesn't leave like little splotches or splooches all over your face. I did have to shake it really, really well. I do have one that's supposedly similar to this from Milani, but sadly, I think what they use in the Milani one is charcoal to control oil and shine, and it leaves little black speckles. They're very tiny. They're very tiny, but it leaves little black speckles all over my face. No bueno, I don't like it. So I wanted to try this one, especially for my trip. So putting the two together, I have underneath my foundation. Now, I did my regular skincare, I did my regular foundation, and this alone made my face look, it was like the foundation didn't play well with it. It comes out kind of this pink tone. It is pretty thick and thin all at the same time. So it does thin out. It starts off with just a little bit of shine, and then it dries down to create a little bit of a tacky feel. I'm just gonna let that sit for a little bit, and it does feel cooling because of the wetness, but then when the wetness dissipates, it has a stick to it, but it's not the same kind of a stick as a grippy primer. It's kind of hard to explain, kind of more like if you had a very thin layer of some type of glue on your skin. And I feel like I could try to do less product, a much thinner product amount, do a little teeny tiny pea size, and really kind of spread and tap and pat in specific areas, and maybe that would be the ticket. Maybe I didn't let it dry long enough. It says apply over clean skin and gently blend in, wear makeup alone, or let it set and follow with makeup. Maybe I didn't let it set long enough. I don't know, because now that it's set, it's not sticky, but it is kind of a bizarre texture. Again, it's really hard for me to explain, but I feel like when I put my makeup on it, it got blotchy. So I took everything off, started fresh, put all my skincare back on, and I put this on, and then I put my poreless putty that comes in this same type of container from e.l.f. It's a more liquid poreless putty and not the stuff that comes in the jar. And I put that on top, and then my makeup went on pretty much easy peasy. So this is still on my face. We just have the poreless primer on top, underneath the foundation. And then after everything, I spritz my face with this. So we will see how matte my face will stay by the end of the day. Last but not least is this goofy little guy. This is new from NYX. This is from their new glue line. They have a setting spray, a primer, and then this brow, and it's kind of like this glue line. And it has this interesting little brush tip instead of your regular like mascara brusher thing. I like it, but I don't like it. Number one, it's new. It's a new way for me to use eyebrow stuff. So for that reason, yeah, it was okay. It's not shiny. Yeah, no, it's not shiny. It's not crusty. I feel like I'm going to be kind of set for the day. It was not as easy to use. The little grippers, tail, come on, get your booty out of there. The little nubby grippers on there don't work exactly like one of those little spoolies do. And it kind of made my eyebrows more stick together than floofed and feathered out. So I did have to go in and spoolie it. so that I didn't look like I only had 5 very fat eyebrow hairs on my face. So can it potentially work out for me in the long run, because I do need an extra tool with it, but will it stay all day? I don't know. It is about $13. It is a little bit pricey for a NYX product. However, I do like the new Maybelline one. The new Maybelline one is, your eyebrows will stay. It goes on kind of sticky, so you can form those suckers right off the bat. You don't have to wait for them to dry in order to shape them. Whereas this one, you kind of had to wait for it to dry for it to actually hold that shape. Whereas the new Maybelline one that has the purple cap on it, I'm completely out of it. That's why I wanted to try this one. I think it works a little bit better as far as ease. It does come in several new shades now, not just clear. So if you wanted to have it tinted, you could get it tinted. It comes in a tube that I believe has a little bit more as far as product in the tube, and it is like $8 to $10, so it is cheaper than this one. But I did want to play with it, and I just wanted to throw it out there that sometimes things aren't always the way they're hyped up to be by some of our makeup guru influencers. So now let's move on to Temu. We are at a 9-hour check-in. As you can see, I am very, very oily. I think my face looks actually worse than a lot of stuff that I've ever put on my face before. There's lot of cracking going on, really bad. Just makeup feels like it's peeling. I am, whoa boy. I mean, can we see this? If I was to blot this, this is just a square of toilet paper. Even just blotting it removed. That's really bad. That stuff is not good. Not good at all. I would not recommend the primer. I think it's the primer that did this. And honestly, if I didn't do primer, I probably would have fared better. But this is a no. This is a flat out no. You'll see by the end of the video kind of my overall thoughts on it, even right before we even get to this 8-9 hour check-in. Things were not going well. So stay tuned for the very end of today's video, and you will see where my hopes and dreams are pretty much instantly dashed. Okay, who here doesn't know what a lafrou-frou or a labubu is? Labubu is the legit one. Lafrou-frou is the fake one. The labubus are asininely expensive. They're very kind of hard to come by now, which means supply and demand, the prices have increased. They are a mystery box. So you buy a particular line. You could have maybe 5 or 6 different ones that you could get. You open up the package to reveal which one you have, and there's typically one super secret or one super rare one within each line. There are several different kinds. My daughter likes these things. I don't know why people like these things. I find them hideous, but you can get the fake ones on Temu. Throwing it out there. They're very kind of, some of the dupes are very very good dupes. There are several different ways that you can identify a real one from a fake one. One of them is there's a little scratch off code on the back of a box. You can scan that one, and if it is not authentic, it will let you know it's not authentic. There's different ways that their ears sit, their eyes look, how many fingers they have. There's ways to tell. For me, they're a little bit different sized. Colors are minutely off. I don't care. Okay, I don't care. It's a thing. And I love Keely Smith's little figurines that she gets from her mystery boxes. But her mystery boxes are probably not $30 to $80 a piece, okay? We're talking about these mystery boxes for these Labubus are ridiculously priced. Ridiculously priced. Any whoozy whatsy, I came across this on Temu. Not for me, for my daughter. This is a Labubu. He is one of the sitting Labubus. You can also get them standing. You can get them fuzzy. You can get them plastic. You can get them Coca-Cola themed. You can... Anyway, this is a Labubu. There are keychains. Kind of, sort of. You can put them on the back of your bags, whatever, okay? I stole this from my daughter's room so I can show this to you. It's a car seat. It is a car seat for your car. The base comes off magnetically. The base you can put on your car dash if you wanted it. They do have some of these little stickiums you put on the bottom of that. So you can put it on your car dash if you wanted to. It also comes with one of these, a vent clip holder that pops in the back. So you can attach it to your vent and have your Labubu sit on your vent in its car seat. It also comes with one of these little Fenty discs. One of those. They look like a little tablet. This one is peach scented. Not bad. I do not know how to put it in here. I don't want to pull it apart and break it. There's kind of no way to just slip it into anything. This is vented and this is vented. But I honestly, no clue. No clue how to get it in there. I mean, I'm just gonna give it to her and just be like, either you figure it out or whatever you wanna do. The other thing is this one is really hard for me to really get in that slot. I almost don't feel like it fits very well. So we might be able to get a different clip from a different air freshener to make this work. But I feel like the length of this is going to be better to be able to hold this guy, because this is kind of heavy. So I feel like you need that length in order for it to be more secure and not fall off. But hey, if you know people, and I'm telling you, this is a very popular thing to collect, are these things. And adults are collecting it too. Not just children, because they're kind of expensive. I don't see why children would be out there buying these things, but young adults have them. So if you have friends or family that collect these things and you want it to sit in a baby seat on your dash or on your vent, there you go. Next up, I have some cat toys. They come in a bag of 9 assorted. And they're kind of like Weeble Wobbles. Weebles wobble, but they won't fall down. So you push them and then they pop back up. Some of them are kind of creepy. Got an angry bee. A space dude. A couple of different penguins. Oh, I got 4 penguins. 4 black penguins. A pink penguin. 2 bumblebees. 2 astronauts, but the faces are different. All right. I'm gonna throw them over here. We've already got some dog toys here. All right, koi fish. Such curious things. I should maybe tilt this because I'm sure this is all up in your face. Put it towards koi. What are you saying, koi? I don't know if she's almost afraid of them. Look. Well, we tried. It's not something that she can put in her mouth and carry away. They're just little toys that she can bat around. Now we have Kaya is moderately interested to see what's going on down here. Fun for the whole family. Now I have something, speaking of cats. This is hilarious. This is hilarious. Jen, if you are watching, you need these. They're socks with clear and obvious male cats. Who doesn't need these? Come on. Come on. Does that not look like Kermie? Jen, does that not look like Kermie? There's 2 pairs. 2 pairs. And I don't know what my deal with buttholes was this day. But that's not the only thing that I have in this haul that is mildly disturbing. I have some new bread clips. Yeah, I wanted to get some fun stuff. I was having a day that day. I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to tell you. Anyway, they're plastic bag holder shutters with a cat and a dog. I I figure we eat bagels. We eat a lot of bagels. We don't do so much bread, but we do bagels. And these are going to be perfect for little bagel bread holder closers. Okay, I have a couple more things for my daughter, but I'm going to show you this one. I saw this from Jen's channel and she loves these. She also did a collaboration where they talked about dupes to high-end products, basically things that either remind you of a high-end product, something that you would look at and go, yeah, that must be a high-end product, as to how it performs, if it's perfume, how it smells, if it's a product that has an imitation sign on it, like the MK from Michael Kors. Obviously, there's not a K on here, but if you look from a distance, it could pull off as Michael Kors. I don't know, but these, I don't know that I'm gonna put it all the way on my head. I'm totally gonna ruin my hair if I do. But these would be great if your hair was up in a bun anyways, or in a high ponytail. See, and I did, I ruined my hair. I have places to go, things to do, people to see. I'm gonna go looking like a hobo. It is lined, but she says she loves these. And I picked up the pink because I feel like this is a pretty neutral color for just about anything. I could wear this with black, I could wear it with brown, I could wear it with blue, and it would be a pretty neutral color. This is gonna come in handy for when I go over to Mexico. Now, why, you say, is because Mexico's evenings are getting cooler. Now, I could either wear that or just wear my wig. My wigs are usually, they feel like winter hats anyway. But if on that day, because I don't want to pack a winter coat, I don't want to have to pack all that thick, heavy stuff. So for me, if my head is warm, then chances are my body will be warm. So I figured if I just have something like this, that would be helpful. But sometimes all I do is I just wear my hair up in a bun when I go to Mexico, because it's hot during the day, or I'll be out in the ocean playing with the fishes, and I always have to have my hair up either in a braid or a bun or something like that, so that it's not just flopping around in the water getting tangled, because salt water is, it texturizes and makes your hair all knotted. So moving on to one more thing, two more things for me and a couple more things for my daughter. As previously stated, I do put my hair up in a bun. That is like my quickest go-to hairstyle, even faster than putting on a wig. And I have enough hair to do that, so I will do that. And I found one of these. Do I have to pop it open to get it out? Are you sewed on? It's bangs. Here we go. Not sure how I feel about that. I feel like what I could do, those are really long. I would have to put that way back in order to make that work for me. Like way back here. I don't know how I would be able to put my hair over that. I could trim them, but I'd wanna put, there is lace in there. I would want to kind of put my natural hair over it a little bit to kind of conceal this. I could maybe trim this a little bit. Put it in my hair. I could do a deep side part, comb my hair over, and then pull it up and put a bun in it. I'll bring it with me. I'll see if I can make it work. There are a few things that I would like to film while I am there. depending on what ancient civilization we visit. There's a couple over there that we maybe are going to go and see, Chichen Itza being one of them, so that we can go and see the serpent pyramid. But I don't know which one, but I will film, and maybe potentially I will try to play with that and put it in my hair and at least do some sort of screenshot, maybe put it in socials or down in my community tab. We'll see how it goes. But next, a couple of car products, 3 car products. Okay, minus the cat hair. This, it is buttoned, by the way. This is a button extender. let me just hide that. This is car product number 1, okay? Who does not need one of these? Isn't this fabulous, you guys? These little cars can rotate around, so I do have to space them out a little bit better, but I'm gonna let my daughter do that because her waist is a different size than mine, so she's gonna have to adjust this belt how she would like it. And it does have a clip in the front that when you pull this tab, it releases the belt clip, which I think is kind of cool. And this is adjustable, so you will take this, you will feed this through to whatever length you need it, cut off the remainder, and then what I would highly recommend is kind of similar to what it has here, is you would then take a lighter and melt some of this so that it doesn't unravel. Very easy to do, very simple way to finish off an end like that. But this one was like originally, I think $13, but then I saw it on a huge mega sale, so I bought it. But when I first saw it, I thought, oh, I could totally make one of those. So I went on to Temu, bloop, bloop, bloop. I looked for these little plastic cars, beep, bop, bloop. I found a pack of like 20 of them for like $4, put it into the cart. Then I went beep, bop, bloop. I'm looking for a belt, like a tactical type of belt. Found one of those for another $3, put that in my cart. Then this guy came out to be like $5 on a sale, so I just picked this up, not have to mess with anything. The little cars have little rubber bands on them. So, I mean, if you wanted to make something like this, you totally could. This would be cute for a little boy or for my daughter, or like if you have somebody in your family that is a little bit more tomboy-esque, somebody who's into fashion, fun fashion, funky fashion, who likes to have just that one piece of something weird. This is most definitely that one piece of something weird. I'm trying to adjust the cars a little bit, and they are very easy to move around on this belt, so you can space them out a little bit more. You can have them more condensed on one side if you want to. I mean, the possibilities are endless. You could take them off and you can rotate the colors if you wanted to have all the green next to all the green or what have you. Possibilities are endless, but everybody needs one of these in their life. It's fabulous. It clips together so easily. It's not a functioning belt, as in it will not hold up your pants, because unless you painstakingly put your belt through one loop and then added a car and then put it through another loop and then added some more cars, you basically have to remove all of the cars in order to get this through your belt loops. Okay, so it's not a functioning belt in that way. Okay. Moving on. God darn it. I have just mystery hairs all over the place. Okay, moving on. This one is kind of a dual function, dual purpose kind of a situation. Now, you could put this where your lighter is, your car lighter. You could take your car lighter out and then you could put this in its place. Or there's double-sided sticky tape tabs. It even comes with an alcohol wipe so you can prep your dash or center console, wherever you end up putting this. But if you're a fidgeter, this is actually pretty cute. It does turn. But you can put it, like I said, you can put it in your cigarette lighter, Or you could stick it on your dash. I don't know what I was thinking this day. I really, I don't know. Maybe I was in a squirrely mood. Now there's another piece that I found that I really wanted for my car starter button. Car's starter button. But it was $10 and it was local warehouse, and there wasn't anything else within that local warehouse that I really wanted. And I was like, I'm not gonna pay $10 plus $2.99 shipping. So I did look for other comparable options. This one isn't as fun. The other one, and I'll put up a picture, it's still in my cart just in case the price goes down, is you flip up the red tab and then push the inside button, which is kind of what you imagine would be the button you would push for something serious to happen, like something to go, and you don't want to just have such an easy button to push. That was the one that I really wanted, but I'm going to keep a peeper on it and see if it goes on sale. But this was my alternative. And I'm okay with it. I'm just screwing it on here because it seemed to be a little bit loose. So it's a lever. It's a pull lever. It's got this little race car on the image here. And it has adhesive tabby here. Now what happens is when you pull the lever, it pops out that center piece. And this part is, I believe, plastic. This part is metal. This part is also metal, but it has like a felt little piece on it. So, premise is you put this around your starter button, and so when you go to pull on the lever, it will pop this out, push the starter button, and start your car. And this is for my car, by the way. I can't use some of this other fun stuff because my cigarette lighter thing that cars still have doesn't, it's covered. It's got like this drawer that kind of pulls over and it covers it so it's not visible. And the other one is being utilized with a charger for my dash cam and my Garmin. So not for me, but maybe for my baby child. She might get a kick out of it. I don't know. We'll see. Hopefully, fingers crossed. Fingers crossed she'll have fun with that. But that's it, you guys. As always, thanks for sticking it out with me today. Hopefully you learned some stuff. Hopefully you found some fun stuff that you might be interested in picking up. Obviously you'll have to stay tuned to see if this bang thing works, if I can make it work. I don't know. It just might be trash. I have seen ones that are better. To be honest with you, this one isn't that fantastic. We're gonna see, obviously you will have seen already how this makeup wears throughout the day. Do my oils come through? Which I kind of think they already are. Yeah. I think they already are. And I'm kind of cracking and crusting already. I don't know how well you can see that. I'm like cracking and crusting all over. And I'm getting oily. My pores are more pory. You guys, I've only been talking to you for, I mean, maybe an hour in total, and I just finished my makeup prior to filming, so I don't know about these. I would say no already. I would say no already. Obviously, you will have seen already the update of the end of the day check-in and what I look like. But if I'm 2 hours in and this is what I'm looking like my makeup is just kind of crusting off and cracking, I would say no. I would say no. Maybe it's the combo. Maybe it's just this. Maybe it's just this. I don't know. I don't know. But I think because of the way my foundation went on with this might be an issue. This might be an issue. I don't really have problems with setting sprays, but I think there are some that are better than others. Obviously, the best one is going to be the one size fits, or the one size OS. It's in a big pink and red bottle. It's like super glue. It works the best, but it is stinking expensive. It's like $30 for that. These were only $7 a piece. I'm bummed about that. I am bummed about that. Well, again, places to go, people to see, things to do. I'm just gonna have to powder my face back down again. But I can't, because if I do that, then I'd be cheating. I'm just gonna have to go looking like this. Oh man. Maybe I'll put some sunglasses on, some big sunglasses. Whatever. But that is all I have for you guys today. If you are new, I would love it if you considered subscribing. Also, don't forget, give me a thumbs up and comment down below. What was your favorite? What are you gonna get? Do you feel like you need to get a baby car seat for your Labubu? Come on. You know you do. You know you do. But until next time, guys, I will see you later. Bye, guys.